everyone, I'm Anaya. Welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about DOM manipulation and a few methods and properties of it. So before we get started, first let's understand what DOM is all about. So DOM stands for Document Object Model. So it is essentially the HTML structure present in a tree-like form where every element is like a node in the tree. In simple words, I just say that it's a page which you see in a web browser. Now, using JavaScript, we can manipulate the code. We can manipulate the DOM by using different methods and properties. So let's see what it is. So here you see there's some HTML code already written down. We have a header, a paragraph, div, footer, a button, and we've added the JavaScript file into it. And if you want to view what all is there, so this is all that we've written, the HTML code. Now, let's try to manipulate it and change it. Yeah, before changing that, let me make this clear what DOM is. DOM is like an object, and below under this object, there are several properties and methods. So if we console the log, not log, console.dir document, its directory. So document, and then you go to the console tab. You will be able to see all the properties and methods of DOM object. You see, and let me give you an example. So here in title it says DOM manipulation demo. We can change the title just by writing document.title equals, let's say, my website. You save it, you see it has been changed, and over here too it has been updated. You go down, you see for title it says my website. You can see how immediately it got changed without touching the HTML code. We can just go and change it like that, but we didn't. We changed it like this. Now here you see original header. Let's try to make it something like welcome to DOM manipulation, something like that. Let's change the text, okay? Now before changing anything, we gotta select the elements. We either select elements by using a query selector or get element by ID. Now, what's the difference between these two? So query selector selects the element based on its class or its tag from the HTML code, obviously, and get element by ID selects the element through its ID. So here the header has an ID of header. So let's use we gotta use get element by ID. So we gotta create a variable. So const header get element by ID. Now what are we adding? We are selecting the header. Now we have selected it. Now to change the text, we got to use text content. So this property allows us to change the text content of that specific element. So header.text, no, yeah, right. Header.text. Why is it getting changed? Oh, okay. I wrote the wrong spelling. Yeah. Header dot text content. Now equal, you can change the text content. Let's write yeah. You save this and you can see it just now got changed. So we can change the text content by using text content and select the elements by using get element by ID. Now let's change this original paragraph as well. Let's make it bold and change the paragraph. So obviously first we're gonna select the element. So const paragraph equal so here what's the ID? Okay, here there's a class. So for classes we gotta use query selector. Document dot query selector. What are we adding? So dot intro. Now we have selected this paragraph. Now we gotta change it. So we can obviously change it by using text content. We can also change it by using inner HTML. This allows us to change the CSS styling and the way it looks basically like inner HTML, the code and everything. So for example, let me show you paragraph dot inner HTML. Since we wanted it to be bold, let's use strong because that's what you use. It's now bold, and then close the strong tag. Now, once you save this, you can see the paragraph changed, the text changed, and the paragraph is now bold. You can see how it immediately changed it. Exactly. Yeah. Now, since we are talking about paragraphs, let's try to create a new paragraph. How do we do that? Obviously, by creating a new element, right? Yeah, that's all. So, for creating a new element, a paragraph, let it be any element, a button or anything, we got to use create element. So, this allows us to create an element through JavaScript as well itself. So, const new, we are creating a paragraph, so new paragraph will document document dot create element. Oops, create element. Yeah. Now what are we creating? We got to specify that. In this case, we're creating a paragraph. So P is the tag. Okay. Now we've created the element to have a text content in it. So we'll use text content obviously. So new paragraph dot text content equal. Let's say this is. Now, we have just created it and like we have just created the paragraph now. We save it, we don't see anything here. Why? Because we've created it in JavaScript and we've not added it. Like obviously we have created an element but adding it, it's a separate thing. To add something, it's called appending. So to append something, we've got to use append child. So this method allows us to append an element to the file. So we say new paragraph, no, not new paragraph. So document dot body. Why are we using body? Because we are creating the paragraph at the body. So body dot append child. Now what are we appending? We are appending new paragraph. Exactly. Now when we save it, we can see a new paragraph here. We just now appended it. So now for creating any element, we got to use create element, and for appending anything, we got to use append child. Append basically means adding it. Okay. Now here element to highlight. Here it says element to highlight. So let's highlight this element. How do we highlight it? Okay. Here we can see there's already in the style has already the dot highlight and background color as yellow, and the ID of that element is the class is element. Now to change, let's first add select the element. So const element equal document dot query selector, since it's a class and it is dot element. Yeah, we've selected it. Now to change it, we got to use class list. So class list allows us to select and change the styles of it. Let me just show you an example. So element dot class list. Now whether we are adding or removing the styles, we got to specify that. Now here we are adding a highlight thing. Highlight the style. So dot add, and then we got to say highlight, because we're highlighting it. Now once we save this, you can see the element to this specific line has been highlighted. How? By using dot class list. It's not specifically just for highlighting, it's for like styling it, and then whatever you want to add, you dot add, and if there's a style here, you can just use that style. You get it? Exactly. And documented query selector, we are selecting the element. Now what's there? There's a footer. Now imagine you want to remove some element. How would you remove an element? Obviously you've got to use dot remove. So simple as that. Let's remove the footer. Let's say we don't want the footer. So let's first select the footer. So const footer equals document dot I think the ID is footer. Yeah, it is. Document.get element by ID, and the ID is footer. Now you've selected it. Now we just got to write footer.remove. That's it. Now you can see there's a footer. Once we save it, the footer is gone. It's vanished because we used the remove one. So that's another method of this DOM. So what's left? Yeah. Now this button is the only thing that's left here. So let's make this button usable. So let's say you want to click this button and you want a pop-up to appear that says like, yeah, you have pressed the button, something like that. Now for a pop-up, obviously you use alert, so we'll use the alert function for it. Now how to make this usable? First of all, let's do the main basic thing by selecting the button. So const button document and the ID is button. So yeah. Now you can see we've selected the button. Now to make something happen, we got to use add event listener. So this method allows us to make this button. Once we click it, something should happen. So some actions should happen. So we are clicking it, and then something we receive the pop-up. So that's what. It's not just for buttons specifically. It's like yeah. Adding this add event listener is, so let's use it. First I'll show it. So footer dot add event listener. Now here this is a function. So first we gotta write down what are we doing in order to make something happen. So we are clicking. So click. Yeah. No. Wait. Click. Yeah. Now separating it by commas, we gotta mention what do we want what do we want it to happen. So let's in this case we want it pop up to appear, so the alert message. So let's make an arrow function for that. I'm pretty sure you guys know what an arrow function is. If you guys don't know, then you can go check out my video on arrow functions. So we need an alert. So alert. Let's write click. Oops, why 3 times? Yeah. Now, see, before it was nothing was happening once we click it. But now, once you save it, you click the button and you see the pop-up appear. You see this alert message. It says, "Yay! You clicked the button." So you can see how we dynamically changed it and we actually made the button useful now. We can do many other things. The simplest thing is to do to make an alert message. But yeah, anyways. So these were a few methods and properties which I wanted you guys to know, because these are very basic and very useful ones. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys understood what DOM is and what DOM manipulation, like how do we manipulate it and some of its properties and methods. I hope you guys understood all of it. Yeah. So I'll meet you all in my next video. Till then, take care and bye.